my name is Max. I'm the host of Fitpath Podcast, and today I'm with Olivia.
Hello.
How are you? Thanks for coming to our show.
Thanks for bringing me on the show.
And also, this is pretty exciting for me because this is the first time I'm doing the carpooling interview. So I think I'm very happy I'm doing it with you because you're very patient. Even I was setting this up. So
we got there in the end.
Olivia.
So Liv is 28-year-old female living in Bondi, Sydney, Australia. I'm originally I grew up in New Zealand, but I was actually born in Cairns in Queensland.
Okay,
yeah.
Wow. So you got both of the being Queenslander and also have the nice accent of Kiwi.
I've got the best two
Best
rugby teams
yeah.
as well. But no, so when I was 18 in New Zealand, I auditioned for a full-time performing arts academy in Melbourne, the Edge Performance School, and so I moved to Australia age 18 to do that. After a year in Melbourne and completing that academy, I actually decided Melbourne wasn't for me, and then I moved to Sydney to train full-time at Brent Street for a year, which, if you guys don't know what that is, it's just an incredible dance academy for people who wanted to pursue the arts, as in mostly as dancers, as a career, English career. And here I am, 9 years later in Sydney, 10 years in Australia, still hustling away and performing and doing what I love for a living now.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So let's take a step back, right? We want to look into where Olivia started her career, right? So talk to me about your family, like the family that you grew up. Was anyone in your family was doing any sort of work?
My family are they're very goal driven. They're really hard workers. I come from an awesome family who, like, my mom and my dad have always been like, if you want something, we believe you can do it. And any ambition I've ever had in my life, every time it gets to my birthday or Christmas, they would always give me a gift that would help towards that ambition or goal at that point in my life. So when I wanted to be a YouTuber, my parents gave me a whole YouTube kit, incredible camera.
That's amazing.
When I wanted to do dancing, they'd provide me more dance stuff. When I wanted to do anything, So they've always been very supportive of my goals and ambitions in life, versus being like, this is how we want you to be. We want you to be a doctor or this, that. It's been like, you figure out your own pathway and we will encourage you on that.
And that's amazing, isn't it? So, they gave you the opportunity to pursue whatever you want to be in life, right? Rather than be very prescriptive. Okay, you need to follow this.
Yeah, because I know some families are like that, and some people feel like, I know a lot of artists who they actually feel shameful to be following arts as their career because their family are very much like, there's not a real career. They don't understand it. That's really that's really sad, because then they don't feel like they can be abundant and go after what they want when their parents aren't supportive.
That's right. So why do you think your parents just kind of trusted you in what you're doing, in your opinion?
Don't know why they trust me, to be honest. I don't know if I should trust me. No, you know what? There's a few things that come to my mind. One, I'm quite a strong Christian. I'm very spiritual, and I think for me, having a relationship with God, and my family do too. My mom knows she doesn't really care what I do. As long as I have my relationship with God, I'm never going to lose myself. I'm always going to be okay. I'm always going to reach out if I need help. Second thing is, my mom is an incredible singer, and I know she wanted to do musicals and stuff like that, and she didn't end up getting to have the opportunity to get to do that professionally, because multiple things, and so I think it's really nice for her to get to see me to do that. And my dad, why does he trust me to do it? I think because my dad's, he's actually, what it is, because he followed his passion. He's a pilot.
Wow.
And he's always been traveling. He's always been traveling the world. So I guess in terms of, he understands the crazy lifestyle I live, because he's living in a different hotel every week and traveling the world, and has really gone after and worked hard to follow his passion as his job. So
that's amazing.
I would say, a very passionate family.
Well?
Pardon?
Do you have any other siblings that they are into
Yeah,
art?
my sister, she's a professional flute player. She's one of the best flute players in New Zealand, if not probably the best. She's incredible. So she's a flautist, and flautist, and she is actually currently She's a flute player in the Navy. So she
Wow.
represents New Zealand overseas as a musician for New Zealand, which is incredible and one of the hardest positions to get. So she's also very similar to me in terms of just being a go-getter and knowing that that involves a lot of sacrifices in terms of your personal life. And my other sister, she actually was a dancer growing up as well, and she's very creative in terms of the arts. Like creative art, like drawing, and she's just a creative creature. But she works with in low decile schools in New Zealand, so she loves giving back to the community and teaching kids. But when she has like media projects at school, she just comes up with this like incredible, unbelievable, creative media projects for the kids, and so I guess it runs in the family. Yeah.
I mean, like the kudos and shout out to
Yeah.
your mom and dad who just build this sort of environment for the kids to really flourish.
Yeah,
and it
it's so
seems
nice.
like by the way that you're telling me, like
Yeah.
you have a very artistic family from
Very
mom
artistic,
started,
yeah.
your sisters and the other sisters. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Tell me about your dance journey. So where did you start this dance journey? What age you started?
I started when I guess I was already into music because I did choir since such a young age. I was probably started choir when I was like 5 or 6. So I was always on stage performing, doing choir. I was the lead singer of like multiple bands and stuff in school. So I was already creative. And then one day, I think my mom and I were just going for a walk home. We're walking through my
And
school.
what age were you talking about?
This was, oh my gosh, this must have been like age, it was in primary school, 5, 6, 7, 8. I reckon I was like 9 or 10.
Okay, wow.
That's pretty young. Yeah. And we walked past this dance hall at my school, and there were all these people in there dancing, doing like cool stuff, and I'd never seen that before. I'd never seen like a group of dancers doing like a choreography or whatever. You know, it was a hip hop class. I still remember it. And I walked past and I said to Mom, I was like looking through the window. I was like so fascinated by that. And I think my sister signed up as well. And I said to my mom, I was like, I want to do that. That looks so cool. I just remember being like, I want to do that. And my mom spoke to the dance teacher. And then I think that same week or the next week, I went and did the dance class.
Wow.
And then, it was the one thing in my life that just made me feel so alive, and I fell in love with it, and something that gave me so much structure in my life to keep striving towards something as well. Because dancing is something that there's always progression to it. So,
Yeah,
and
that's
it,
amazing.
yeah.
That's a
And then
phenomenal story.
performing, you just become even more addicted. The first show I ever did, walking on stage, oh my gosh, it's the best feeling in the world.
That's amazing.
It's the best feeling. It's the
So-
best feeling.
In saying that, so I got one of your fans. They left me a message that I wanted to play with you. She asked a few questions. Is that okay? I play
Really?
that?
Actually,
Yeah.
stop
So
it.
if you don't mind, I
No,
play
of course.
that. So
Photos.
the photos.
I'm not gonna stop.
Okay. There you go. Do you want me to
Oh
put
my
that
gosh!
again?
I got it.
Okay.
That is so cute. Oh, I love that. Hi, by the way.
Her name is Ivy.
Hi, Ivy. I'm 28 years old, young, 28 years young and vibrant. And the second question was, I've forgotten. I thought I had it.
I played it again.
What made me want us to start dancing? There's another one. Oh yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, we can. Yeah, I got it. So I started dancing when I was like 9 or 10, and professionally, I would say, I started doing live shows and performances before I was 18, but I would say qualified and graduated from like a professional course. I would have graduated at 20. So I've been working professionally now for 8 years in the industry, but I've been performing in shows since I was a kid. I've been performing. Wow.
That's
Almost
amazing.
20 years.
That is amazing. So and the
That's
last part of the
crazy.
question.
I love it.
What made you want to dance?
What made me want to dance was seeing the joy in people, like when they're dancing, and then then when I start doing it myself, I really struggle to just sit still and meditate or just sit still in general. And I do tend to think a lot and overthink situations. And dancing is the one thing in the world that when I'm doing it, I'm so present, and that is the only thing that matters in that time or that point.
Absolutely.
The only thing, and like nothing else matters in the world in that moment than when I'm performing, when I'm dancing, creating, and also just like when you're performing, the endorphins you get, it's so fun. The opportunities and the events you get to go to as well. Seeing your finished outcome of something that you've been working on, like working hard for so long, seeing the joy on people's faces when you're performing for them. Yeah,
absolutely. And
I love entertaining.
And in that context is I met Olivia in one of the events that she was a dancer for.
Yes.
One of the concerts I attend, and it's like I saw like how passionate you were dancing.
Yeah, I just genuinely love it.
And that was the moment I thought, I need to talk to this girl.
I feel the music. I feel it. And
even though that was a different music, it was different language.
Yeah, but I'm expressing like what I'm feeling, and there's nothing better than expressing your feeling through movement.
And that's amazing. And
I feel free.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that is kind of like even though that music was sung in a different language, but because like the music is the same language, irrespective of where you are from, which culture you are from, 100%. Everyone is connected to it, right? And
yes,
amazing.
Exactly. It's a universal language.
Absolutely.
No matter where you are in the world, the one thing that is universal is dancing, and energy doesn't lie. Energy does not lie.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So let me go back again to the question. So in your journey where you started at 8-9 years old as a dancer, so have you ever been in a situation that you doubted, oh, hang on, I might do a different thing, like my friends are they going to be a doctor, they're going to be accountant? 100%. Was that any of those moments?
I think when you get your hopes up about things and you have auditions and you get through to the last round, and it happens a lot because you're being a performer, there's no stability. And so your life kind of is consumed by a lot of auditions. And like, can you imagine like in a normal job, if you had to re-interview every week, how exhausting mentally and spiritually that is? Constantly proving yourself.
How did you combat those challenges?
Because you just, every time you don't get that job, you remind yourself, okay, there's so many more jobs in the world, and now I'm one door closer to the one that's meant for me.
That's amazing.
That just wasn't the right timing. That wasn't the job for me because God's got something better in place for me.
So basically you're telling me the consistency is the key. Like even if one door is closed, it doesn't mean it's the end of the life. You just keep trying,
sometimes you might think that job was for you, and then you don't get it, and it's heartbreaking in the moment, but then in comes this incredible opportunity that reaches out to you in a few weeks, and you're like, wow, I wouldn't have been able to do that if I had said yes to that. So there's always, but obviously it is, I would say that's the cause for a lot of artists why they end up with anxiety or depression issues, is because the constant pressure and constant proving yourself, and it does get mentally exhausting sometimes.
That's amazing. I guess like the thing that I'm learning now is, irrespective of where you are, what sort of art you're doing, you have setbacks, right?
Of course, even actors, like they could be like booked on a TV series for a solid 6 months, 2 years, but what happens when that TV series finishes or their character dies?
Exactly.
They're back to square one, exactly the same, with no job and waiting for another show to take them on.
Exactly. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you stop from what you want to get, right? So
no.
It means like you need to keep pushing. You need to invest in yourself for the next gig.
And when I'm quiet, like when I'm not performing as much, I use that time to upskill, and which is so exciting, because sometimes when you're working on something for a while, you lose your skills, so like
absolutely.
I don't have a day job. Because I rely purely just on teaching dancing, because I own a dance school called Free Dance.
Wow.
And when I'm not working, I'm using my time to either choreograph, create, do some marketing, auditioning. I'm applying for auditions. I'm seeing what's out there, or I'm upskilling. I'm going to more dance classes for myself. I'm looking up at YouTube ideas. I'm going to acro and lyro classes, because these days, being a performer isn't just dancing, it's to be really versatile. So,
Absolutely.
or
That's
I'm
amazing.
collaborating and I'm connecting with other artists.
There's a lot to digest. I
There's
mean,
so
you
much.
just
It's
literally
never
throw out
ending.
a lot of ideas, a
Yeah,
lot of
but
things
always
that you're
doing
doing,
something.
which
There's
is
never a stop.
on my mind. But let me take a moment here, because I want to show the people that hopefully they're watching this series that where we are, because this is the beautiful scenery
Yes.
that we are. Let me just turn the camera for a second. Yes, we are basically shooting in a beautiful Bondi beach. So, and this is the beautiful place, and I'm very happy that I'm interviewing you, Olivia, because this is also all comes in
It's my backyard.
in the same
Yeah.
backyard.
It's a lot of memories on this beach.
All right. Okay, so going back. So, okay, let me step back again. So you started at 9, 10, and then your career moved on. You started to getting deeper into the dance. And what age you started to doing? You said this is my life, and I'm going to do it professional. I'm going to pursue this profession. What age was
Well, when I moved to Australia at 18, yes, I loved dancing. Yes, I was doing dance comps all the time. And yes, I'm extremely passionate going to these like retreat things and doing everything I could to become the best dancer that I could. Not ever did I think I could do it as a career.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I saw dancers doing it and I looked up to them, but I didn't think that I could do it as a career. I was like, that's a dream, you know, I would have to go to America for that. So I was actually thinking of doing radio broadcasting or being a physiotherapist.
Wow,
But then,
totally different.
yeah,
Okay.
but because I'm so creative and I'm such a doer, I did not pass chemistry in school
Okay.
because, yeah, I always missed science class and English class to go do dance class or acting instead. It was bad because that's obviously where my purpose lies. Anyway, so my physio idea went out the window. I was a bit heartbroken about that, but everything happens for a reason.
Mhm.
And then radio broadcasting was what I was thinking of doing. And then, because I love presenting and that's still entertainment.
Mhm.
But then in came the opportunity and I auditioned thinking nothing would come from it.
So how
Have no
was your
idea
first
what I was
audition?
auditioning
Walk me
for.
through that. Like what were you feeling and what
It
was
was,
that?
well, I'd already done like competitions and stuff like that before.
Mhm.
So I'd already done things where I've been under pressure to learn a choreography fast and perform it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'd done a lot of stuff like that. So it was kind of just another one of those, really. Like you're nervous. And I've done a lot of dance exams since I was a kid.
Wow.
So I'm used to having to like be put under pressure
Okay.
and just do your best. But yeah, I think my mum was shocked more than anything because she was like, oh my gosh, you actually got the scholarship. Now my daughter's leaving. What have I done? I shouldn't have encouraged her. Oh no, now I'm losing my daughter.
What is your mom and your parents like the telling you when they see your success?
My
in
mum
different
just
platforms?
keep trying, keep going.
Are they
doing
proud of you?
it.
Definitely.
Yeah, she's proud of me. Of course, she's proud of me. But she's
That's
also
amazing.
always like, you should do this, blah, blah, blah. Like, keep trying. Don't give up.
That's
Because there's
amazing.
definitely times where I'm like, you know, you feel a little bit low or
Mhm.
you have those days where you're like, what am I doing? And you get a bit of anxiety because of the stability and you start to think about your future a little bit more. And 100%. You're not happy every day,
Oh,
but that's with
absolutely.
any job as well. And
Absolutely.
I'd rather be,
Respect it.
yeah, but I've got so much faith knowing that it's going to, that my career will keep going along.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you keep doing what you love doing, 100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a key, right?
Yeah,
That's
if you
a
do
key.
what you love, the right opportunities will fall in place.
Absolutely.
100%.
So let me ask you this question. So you also mentioned as a part of your journey, you started to having the dance school as well, and you started teaching. Or teaching
Yeah,
to
I
young
started
people.
my own like dance school company called Free Dance, and also it's an
Free
entertainment
dance is nice
agency as
I
well.
love
So
it.
yeah, Free Dance. So that's classes, and it's mostly based for it's mostly women. It's all 18 plus. I do privates for obviously kids and stuff like that as well, but this dance company is based for 18 plus people who just want to. It's a passionate environment where, you know, it's an environment where you're just dancing through expression, through sexy heel classes, lap dance classes, lyrical classes, and the main like value of this dance school is called free dance because there's such a lack of freedom with so many things in our life because there's so much expectations from reality, expectations from relationships, family for some people, and how we're meant to be and how we should act. And when there's expectations, you lose freedom.
Mm-hmm.
And so dancing for me was the one thing my whole life where I always felt like I have freedom because I'm expressing and dancing how I feel my body should.
And now you're transferring those knowledge to the other people.
And
You're teaching the other people how to be free.
Every time I've ever started to lose confidence in myself, or maybe I've gone through a bad breakup, or I'm dealing with something in my life right now, every time I've ever just moved my body and gone to a dance class and felt that music, I've always walked out feeling better than when I walked in, and I've always felt confident again. Absolutely. And I've always felt like I'm in control of my life.
Absolutely. That's amazing.
So now I get to share that to help other people experience that, and the amount of reviews and people who have come back to me being like, oh my gosh, you don't understand how much these classes mean to me. They've changed my life. How learning to dance and feeling free through dancing, how much it's changed my life. You don't understand. Thank you so much.
That's amazing.
I've had a lot of women.
That's an amazing gift that you can give to someone, whether through teaching and giving their liberty.
100%. And even I'm very passionate about domestic violence. I'm so against it, and but I'm so passionate in terms of supporting causes for it and stuff. Because I've had also so many women come to my class being like, you know what, I've actually recently come out of a domestic violent relationship. A lot of women actually, and it breaks my heart. Because it's been at least 5 or 6 in the last 6 months, or maybe a year, that have come up to me and been like, this is what I've been going through. I've been in a domestic violent relationship, and this has helped me regain my confidence again in being a woman, and yeah.
That's amazing. So basically, what I'm hearing,
reconnected with themselves.
Absolutely, what I'm hearing is this activity, as we call it, dance, is a sort of art that not only physically empowers you in terms of the fitness, but also mentally also restructure your confidence.
Yeah, of course, definitely.
You just get back to where you were before.
Yeah,
that's amazing. That's
amazing. Even in school, I used to get bullied so much, but dance was the one place that I felt, like an alpha female.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's beautiful story, and it's great to hear as well. And again, this is the message that I'm getting, right? So if someone is out there maybe dealing with all those sort of the mental issues or breakdowns or anything like that, there are tools available.
100%.
You don't necessarily need to restrict yourself to one sort of the tools. It doesn't necessarily. The medication is the only answer.
Yes.
I mean, the tools the dancing is just.
It's much better, 100%.
Can also help.
Yeah, but it just takes a bit of courage to get yourself there. That's the hardest part. The hardest part is getting there.
Right.
To a class. But once you're there, I promise you will not regret it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if someone wants to get in touch with you and kind of to use these your dance classes, how they can reach out to you?
So I have an Instagram account, Freed Dance. It's spelled FREED, dance, DANCE. Most of my if it's anything to do with wanting to learn dancing or join my agency, entertainment agency, in terms of booking work as a performer, then that's all on there. My email is there as well. It's admin@freeddance.com. If you want to personally contact me in terms of needing a dancer or a choreographer, you can follow me or message me on Instagram, liv.scanlan. Again, if I don't respond, better to contact me through Free Dance.
That's amazing.
Personal collaborations, contact me through my personal. Yeah.
Absolutely. So I couldn't imagine I was looking at the time and you
I know.
The 30 minutes is gone. So I believe that you need to
we should leave in 5 minutes,
5 minutes. So let's pretty much go back to, if someone, let's say, listening or watching this podcast and they're at that decision point in their life that they want to choose dancing and choreography, what would you tell to those people?
And is this someone that hasn't even started dancing yet?
As someone who is maybe hasn't started dancing, but also he wants to or she wants to look into ahead of the time to see like, okay, someone has done this, like has gone this path, has done this journey. So what's your view and what would
I
you tell?
would say just go for it. Go for the ride. You have no idea what's going to happen, and you cannot plan your future as an artist. I have learned that you cannot plan your future. Expect the unexpected and be excited for it. It's exciting, and try not to judge yourself so much, or compare yourself to others. Go in with more a really positive learning attitude, and just try to connect with as many other artists as you can, because everyone's out there to just do what they love. So if you've got a competitive heart in it, you're not going to go very far. But if you go in there with just love and just do it because you genuinely love it, and you're willing to connect with other artists and be vulnerable as well, then that's when the best opportunities come.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Creating from passion as well, and don't do it for money. But also, if you're trying to build a career from it, you do also need to learn to have a business mindset and not only do it for passion, because unfortunately there are a lot of people that are so passionate that they'll always do stuff for free. And you need to actually still remember that your body is a business. Just like if you're an Uber driver, your car is a business. So you do need to have a business hat on and really take some things quite seriously, and have your self-worth and your self-value, which is having your rates and not dropping them because of passion, or fear that someone else will get it. But also having your self-worth and value comes from you knowing that you're doing the work. You can't see yourself as this amazing performer if you're not going out there and training and doing the work.
So the passion is your driving force.
Your driving force, your self-worth and your self-value.
Business mindset to get some.
And questioning yourself, are you doing the work, or are you just expecting the opportunities to come to you? Are you creating? Are you actually doing the work? And then also the other thing is taking care of your body. If you're an Uber driver, you take care of your car. You clean your car, you get it checked, you get it serviced. You need to service your car, because if you want to last long in this career, if you're not eating healthy, if you're not going to the gym, if you're not doing strength training, if you're not getting enough sleep, you will not last long, and your body will age fast. And this is a physical career. This is a very physical career.
That's a very good point.
You are like a rugby player, and you need to remember your body is your asset. It's your business. And your personality is also your asset. So be a good person. But mostly, like your body, I can't stress how much I keep saying, like, your health and your body is literally your biggest, it's your business. So like people who, let's say you own an F45, or, so let's not say that place, let's say like any gym, or let's say you own a cafe, or anything like that. Your business is that shop, that place. But when you're a performer, you are the business. So you have to constantly remind yourself of that.
That's the business.
And your mental health. Very important.
Absolutely. So in saying that, what sort of like the fitness routine you take outside of the dance to keep yourself into the shape? Cardio,
because you need to have stamina for when you're performing, or you'll be dripping like a pig on stage and you won't last long. Because like when you're performing, like it's like doing it's like doing sprints training in a way sometimes. So you need to really have good stamina. Flexibility is really important. If you're not flexible, you're not going to be able to do half the movements, like a lot of them. So not half, but like depending what kind of style dancing you're doing. But the more flexible you are, the more you can do of your body. Mobility, really important. Injury prevention exercises, you need to be doing your strength training to avoid injury and to also have more energy. Making sure you recover enough, because after performing, sometimes like your neck and your back are so sore. Make sure you're getting your regular massages. Make sure you're eating enough protein. That's really important. Make sure you're taking your good carbs with you when you're doing shows, so that you can like actually last through that whole show. Sometimes you might be performing for 5 hours or more. Sometimes it might only be 2 hours, but really intense. So you make sure you're just eating clean and not eating things that bloat you either. If you're a female, you're going to be often wearing costumes or clothes that don't cover that much. And you don't want, the last thing you want to be feeling is heavy or bloated on stage. Yeah,
that's
we should
amazing.
leave, by the way.
That's the best advice.
We need to leave now.
We can leave now.
Because how you feel, like, really, really affects your performing. Yeah, same place.
So, and also, can you tell me, in terms of the challenges as a dancer, as a professional dancer that you run into on daily basis for this career? What are those challenges?
The challenges. I think when you're like an athlete, because dancers, we are athletes. I think the challenges can be when you get injuries, because that's your whole business and your job on the line, and that's scary. Or when you, like, I've had many injuries happen where I've been doing so well and then I get an injury and then I'm out for 3 months, and that sucks. Because you might be booked for a show, or you might be finally getting really good at a new skill or something, and then you feel like you've gone back 10 years, and that's just the worst feeling. But in those times, you learn to reconnect with yourself again and do things that, like enjoy life. Go to the beach, read a book, maybe start working on your acting a bit more, because I would say it's very important to be versatile. Don't just be a dancer. Be a dancer that maybe is interested in working on set as a choreographer. So start doing crew jobs, start working on set as or a PA for someone in the industry. Start connecting. There's so many opportunities in entertainment. It's just like, it's never ending. So
absolutely. You got to start at some point.
Yeah, exactly. So just use that time, right? That time is for you to focus on something else that you've been neglecting for a while.
Absolutely. So, and my last question is there anything else that you want to talk about in this podcast?
What else? I don't know. Oh my gosh.
If not, I've got another things to ask.
I can't think on the spot right now.
So what is your favorite
All
music?
I can think is Let's Get Home in Time.
Your favorite music?
My favorite music?
Whatever comes to mind now. Just put it.
I love 50 Shades of Grey songs because I teach Sexy Heels, and I just think it's so saucy.
50s, yes.
But I also love 660 from New Zealand.
Okay, whatever.
So we should play them so you can hear them. They're my favorite band.
Okay.
They have the best music, but this isn't dance music. This is just my favorite music because it makes me feel like I'm at home again. I think as a performer, sometimes it can be very full in life, and sometimes it can feel toxic because you're just around a lot of hyped up events, and I think it's really important to reground yourself. So this one here is one of my favorite songs, and it just reminds when things get overwhelming, just to reground yourself, bring yourself back to your roots, from where you're from. Yeah, the song makes me sad though because it makes me miss New Zealand and home. Okay. But then it's a good song.
Let's listen to it then.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Can you sing with it?
Oh, no. No, not with a microphone.
I like it.
Yeah, summer vibe. They're actually coming to Sydney in a few weeks. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Don't forget your roots, my friend. Don't forget your family. Yeah. Don't forget your roots, my friend. The ones who made you, the ones who brought you here. Don't forget your roots, my friend. Don't forget your family. Yeah.
Actually, so one thing.
Don't forget your roots, my friend. Yeah.
This is about the song as well. I feel like in this industry, performing, you are often around, you can be often around a lot of celebrities. You're on stage, you're performing, and it's so easy for your ego to get built up sometimes in a not good way. Mm-hmm. And so this song is also just reminding you, don't forget your roots. Keep humble, and don't forget the people who really brought you to where you are today, because successful people have an empire that helped them get there, and it's just important to not forget the people that helped you get there.
Absolutely. I think the way I look at it, the moment that you feel that you are somebody,
I
think that's the end of you.
Yeah.
Because it's I think there's a one.
Oh yeah, remind you of all those hard times, and then help the people under you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think that ego can mislead you in your career, but actually that's a very good point. I like it.
Wow, the storm. The swell is coming. Wow. Big waves. I've never seen them like that before. That's crazy. It's going to be crazy tomorrow. Wow.
Don't forget your
Family.
Don't forget your roots and my brand.
So how do you feel about fitness? What do you think? Why do you think like the people need to do any sort of fitness in their life?
Because it brings you joy. It gives you natural endorphins without drugs and alcohol. Do you not want to take care of your body so you can live a better life and do more things with your body for a longer time? Yeah.
And
It's exciting. Like, it's actually amazing what your body can do.
that's
And the more your body can do, the more energy you have in life. And energy is the most important thing.
and also like the pre-recording, you told me that you've been personal trainer for years.
Yeah, I'm actually a qualified personal trainer, and I studied nutrition as well. And I have my own fitness app called Active Liv. You can get that on the Apple Store. Yeah, so that's a big. I've actually competed in a lot of bodybuilding comps as well. Got my pro card overseas.
That's amazing. So on that
Yeah, it's
note, I
another
want to know,
it's another life.
why do you think, or do you think at all, like having the mentor or someone who is just have gone through the journey and gone through the path can help someone to get to their goals quicker or efficiently?
Because who are we to think that we know it all? We only know what we know.
That's right.
So we should be so hungry and eager to learn from other people. And remind yourself, we don't know everything. I don't know everything. I don't even know what I don't know.
That's right.
And the more you learn, the more you realize how much you don't know, which is like crazy. Like, I think about how much I know now and I go, how did I survive living by myself 10 years ago? Oh my gosh. How am I alive today? Like, seriously.
Where do you yourself, like, let's
It's
say,
crazy.
if I ask Olivia, like, where does she see herself in, let's say, in 5, 10, 20 years? Where do you want to get?
My gosh, it's such a good question. So I obviously entertainment. I would like to lock in a really decent, like, just a good contract. Like, next few years, it's focusing on all three of my main things, which is dancing, commercial dancing. So I'd love to book a tour as a backup dancer, and then getting more into choreography and direction and like music videos, and film and TV as well. But I'm also a really passionate actor and stunt double, and I've done quite a few things already in terms of like TV
you've
series.
done acting as well.
Yeah.
Wow, talk to me about
I've been acting, dancing, stunt doubling for years, but acting I've done since I was a kid as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I would love to dive deeper into that. I think my dream life would be, if I had a dream life, it'd be doing a couple of backup dancing tours, and doing and the choreography, and then booking like a decent like contract and acting role. I think acting's something you can do until you're old, because your joints can handle it. Dancing, like, if I'm going to be real, you're an athlete. You're not going to be dancing when you're 50 years old. You're not. I mean, there you can be doing classes and performing. Actually, I take that back. That's a misconception, because you can be performing as long as your body can handle it, as long as you take care of it. But the majority of entertainment does hire younger performers. It is true.
Right.
They prefer to hire left lane younger performers. But you definitely can dance until your body says no. So if you take care of your body, you can be dancing until you're 70, performing, hopefully. But a lot of auditions I do, unfortunately, there is an age range, or it's just, can your body handle it? Take care of your body. Long career.
That's right. But anyway, thank you very much.
I'm so sorry. It's been amazing. I'm literally gonna have to jump and run.
Yeah, no.
Can you turn left into this driveway?
Yes.
She is on a time sketch. Thank you so much.
No worries.